Hi everyone, I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my February reading plans, pile of possibility, TBR, whatever you would like to call it. But for me, I usually call it reading plans. I don't know why. TBR always seems so intimidating. I have to read these particular books. It's silliness. But I'm going to share my reading plans with you for share my microphones on, my reading plans for February. And I will say that my reading plans in February has the fewest books on it that I have ever had in one of these TBR videos. And a lot of that is because I did sign up or RSVP to be a judge for the BookTube Prize for two different categories, fiction and nonfiction. And I don't know yet if I'm going to be judging that. So if I do get picked for the first round, I have 6 books that I'll have to read over the next 2 months. So I'm just kind of clearing my schedule a little bit. And if I don't end up judging, I will do some mood reading. I'll pick up some other books, but I'm going to start my TBR for February with the fewest number of books I've ever had. I'm kind of excited about that and nervous about it, but I really do hope I get to read the BookTube Prize or judge for the BookTube Prize round 1. I like that prize quite a bit, and the first round's always a little bit interesting because sometimes there's books on it that may not be ones I really am super interested in, but I really do love judging the prize. I will leave the information linked in the description below for you about the BookTube Prize if you're not familiar with it, though. It's something that goes from February for multiple months. There's 4 rounds, so for the next 8 months. People will be reading for the BookTube Prize. It's a lovely thing to follow if you're not familiar with it. But what books am I actually going to be reading in February? I'm just going to go through the books that I have commitments for. So either these are buddy reads or group reads, kind of for all of them, or my book club picks. So that's all I have for you for this month. It feels so weird to have such a small stack. The first book, though, will be for my 1001 book club. If you're not familiar with it, I do have 10 picks for the 1001 book club. They're all listed out in the description below for you if you're interested in reading any of them. There's no requirement to join Discord or to join a Voxer group or anything like that for these. It's just about reading the book. If you want to join Discord, I do have it linked in the description below for you as well, and you're welcome to come out and chat. I am not super active on Discord. It's one of those platforms that I have a really hard time keeping up with. But I do have the channel out there if you want to go and check it out. And all the 2023 pick folders are set up already. So the first book, the February pick, is A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mistry. I am intimidated and excited at the same time to be reading this. I posted this picture of this book on my Instagram, and I had a wide variety of reactions from, oh, my best book ever, my favorite book, I loved it, or I'm still trying to get through it. I've been trying to read it for months. So I'm like, oh, okay, because I don't have a huge amount of time. I need to try and finish this within February. So we'll see how it goes. This book was originally published in 1995 and is one of 2 books that Rohinton Mistry has on the 1001 Books You Must Read Before You Die list. So it is my first read of this author, and as you can see, this one was part of Oprah's book club. I don't really follow Oprah's book club, but I hate these built-in stickers. Ugh. Okay, I digress. Moving on. What I know about this is that it's set in India in 1975 and follows 4 strangers who are thrown together somehow. And that's all I know. I often go into the 1001 books a little bit blind, and this one I have read the back of it, but I'm not going to try and torture everyone with that today because this is the book with the red background and black font, which I cannot see in this light. But this is the book club pick, so that's book number 1. Book number 2 will be a buddy read with my friend Tiffany over at Beautiful Minutia. We have done multiple buddy reads together, and I'm super excited to be reading this one in February, and it is Pergorio by Balzac. You, of course, can't see the title because it's this beautiful Franklin Library edition in pristine condition. Balzac actually has 3 books on the countdown. This one isn't even the most popular one. I think Lost Illusions is the most popular one. So yeah, I have a couple more. This will be my first, foray into Balzac. I have flipped through it a little bit and I'm a little bit concerned about the names and pronunciation of the characters. So we'll see how I do with that. I believe this book was originally published in 1830. and was translated from, I believe, the French. I cannot find a translator for this edition, though. I have looked I've looked a little bit. I haven't gone into a huge amount of detail, but I did go, or hugely in depth, but I did go out and do a basic query to see if I could find it right away, and I couldn't, and this edition doesn't say. It's too bad. I wish it had the translator in it. This book, while it looks like it's fairly big, is actually deceiving, because in here, look at that beautiful writing on that. In this one, what you have, if you go here, is illustrations and very, very wide margins. So I'm not too worried about it as far as being able to finish this one in the month. We will be starting this one around the 8th and carrying it on for see however long it takes us, but we're starting it in the second week of February. But that's my second 1001 book. And that's it. That's all I have on the 1001 book list. I have a couple other books, but those are the only two I'm pre-selecting for the countdown for February, intentionally, again, leaving room for the BookTube Prize. Now, if I don't judge for the BookTube Prize, or I finish my BookTube Prize reading, I have a few other books I could pick up. I'll list those out at the end as well for you, but those are the only two I'm intentionally picking up in February. I don't know what that does to me. I don't know what that does to me for the end of the year, though. I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, I also know nothing about this, by the way. I know nothing about Paragorio. I have no idea what this is about. I had seen a tiny bit of a description, but other than that, I'm going in completely blind. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So while that's the end of the 1001 books, the next book I have is for my Reading My Subscriber Favorite project. And I had read, last month I read A Man Called Uva. And this month I will be reading Tigana by Guy Gavriel Kay. This came as a suggestion from my subscriber, Stacy V. So thank you so much, Stacy. I really do appreciate you suggesting it. When I showed this in my subscriber book haul video, someone had reached out to me and said, hey, we have a group reading this in February if you want to join us. And I went, absolutely, I would love to. So I am going to be reading this with Dia over at Novel Idea, Jack at Spread Book Joy, and Gemma from Gemma Books. 3 absolutely wonderful channels I highly recommend you go check out. I love their content quite a bit. It's absolutely worth going into that. I'll leave all of them linked in the description below. This particular book, I believe, is sci-fi fantasy-ish, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know, again, much about it. I had read the back of it when I first had selected it, but I honestly, I don't know much about this. It was originally published in 1990. So it is, a little bit older, but I'm excited to pick this one up. This is not on the 1001 book list. So it is just for my subscriber favorites, my subscriber favorite project. So that is the next one. And then what I have is I'm continuing my nonfiction reads in 2023 because I do really like that part of the project. And then, along with that, though, I'm still also continuing on with reading about health and the body as I'm continuing on with my journal, which I'll have an update for hopefully maybe in a couple of months. Not sure. But I am continuing on with that. And I will be reading The F-It Diet. Eating Should Be Easy by Carolyn Dooner. Amanda over at My Reading and Writing Life reached out to me after my video about body respect and asked if I would be interested in doing some buddy reads of these books. And so we are reading this one in February. We also have a March pick and an April pick already established for buddy reads for this topic. I really am excited about reading this particular one because it feels like very closely to Body Respect, about eating, mindfully eating and not dieting. It says it's a book for chronic yo-yo dieters. So I think this one will be really good as well for me to read. I can't wait. But yeah, I will be reading this with Amanda over at My Reading and Writing Life. Definitely go check out her channel as well. All right. And with that, that's it. 4 books. That's what I have on my TBR. Like I said, I wasn't kidding. It's small. I mean, for me, I frequently, have 10, 11 books on my TBR, and that's it. That's all I have this month is this small pile. I mean, I don't quite know how to do that. Now, granted, they could go up because if I read for the BookTube Prize, that's going to add 6 books, but that's what I have commitments for, and that's what I have planned. Now, I will say JD Robb if you watch my channel, you know how much I love that series, the In Death series. It does have a book coming out in February, and I'm considering it. I am considering it. I haven't bought any books so far in 2023. I've not intentionally went on a book buying ban, but yeah, I haven't bought any books at all in 2023. So I'm kind of in that. Do I want to continue that and not buy it right now? I certainly have enough other stuff to read. So I don't know. If I were to, oh, I put that right on the wrong spot. I'm going to move those. If I don't end up judging for the BookTube Prize, then definitely I probably will buy that. But also I will probably try and read Amsterdam by, I think it's by Ian McEwan. Or Ian McEwan is an actor. I didn't write the author down. Why didn't I write the author down? But I will try reading Amsterdam. I don't think it's super long. I also have on it Wittgenstein's Nephew by Bernhard is another one that I've been kind of eyeing for February if I don't judge for the BookTube Prize. And then the last one is The Drowned World by J.G. Ballard. Those are three that would get thrown on the pile if I finish everything else. But I'm not officially listing them on my TBR. I just, like, is that really all I have to talk about? That's so strange to me, but that's what I have for you. Have you read any of these? Are you joining the 1001 Book Club? Love to have you. Can't wait to have you join for that particular read. Whatever pace you read it at, you don't have to finish it in February, but I'm excited to have you if you do join. And that's really it. But as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.